All right, we should be live in a second. Hello and welcome, everyone. It's your boy Doc Williams, and today we're going to be talking about uh, age tech, seniors, and we're going to be talking about how to create your own greeting card business. We're going to be doing this all in this episode, so come with me. Hello again, welcome. This is a new format. This is the Action Over Ideas show where we're going to have a different types of format. If this is the first time you're watching, what we do is we pick 3 ideas that are trending. We're going to be talking about it, and then I'm going to be building one live in less than 45 minutes. So we're going to go through 3 ideas, give you some ideas to think about how you can create your next side hustle, and then we're going to go step by step. And the purpose of this show is to get you from that paralyzed state where you're just consuming so much information, you're having all these ideas, and you don't take action. Today, we're taking action. You're taking your first step. So thank you so much for being here with me, and we're going to go right into it. By the way, hey, Erica, thanks so much for being here. By the way, thank you so much. Let's get into, thank you so much for being here today. So let's go into what we've got for today and the couple ideas that we have. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me know if you can't see this. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about these 3 ideas, and then I'm going to be building one. Okay. So let's go through a couple at a time. Bernice, oh my God, everyone's here. This is great. Let me go. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you here. All right. So let's go through some ideas, what we've got. Okay. And these ideas are taken from My First Million, Trends.co, and in the community for Trends.co. So let's take a look at the first one. Number 1, idea 1 is age tech in seniors. Now, over 60, so the age group over 60s are the fastest growing demographic group in the world. The over 55 are also spend twice as much as millennials. So that means that they have some buying power. So during the pandemic, it has shown and highlighted that there needs to be a better home and end of life care for this older cohort. So the app RUOK.today, it's a wellness tracker without alert bracelets and monitoring. Interesting. So we're seeing that this is a big thing in the industry. Okay. And that makes a lot of sense. Definitely. I mean, when you're thinking about your parents or thinking about what's going on in the world, different apps like this could really be beneficial. Okay, so there's a huge need of that. And because they have the buying power as well, they can buy a lot of these different apps and everything that would make their life easier. That's interesting. Okay, so that's idea number 1, doing something with age tech. And I think I have an idea about that, but we've got that. The next one is post-pandemic pet care. People looking for a at-home pet service are also rising. So dog boarding and walking app Rover had 100,000 downloads last month. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Rover app. So there's a huge market for that. Let's take a look at the Rover app. It's interesting. Loving pet care for your neighborhood. Book trusted sitters and dog walkers. So they had 100,000 downloads last month. Makes sense. A lot more people are getting vaccinated. People are leaving, things like that. So now there is a need for sitters. Interesting. 100,000 downloads last month. I wonder how they make money. Let's see. So they do, I'm going to just say, how does Rover app make money? How does Rover app make money? Clients pay through the app after you complete your services. Rover takes a cut from 20 to 25%, depending on whether you use Rover or Rover Go, a program meant for sitters who can pet sit 4 or more times a month. Interesting. So they're getting a cut of the transaction every single time. So depending, I wonder how much they're charging. Okay, so 20, 25%. It's interesting. Okay, makes sense. And they're in tons of cities, really expanding. Okay. All right, so that's idea number 2. The next idea would be idea 3, postcards for millennials. So postcards for millennials who have never received mail made from their own photos. That's actually really huge because they were talking about that millennials aren't used to getting personalized mail. So there's a huge resurgence of this. We're seeing companies really uh take advantage of this. Let's see, mypostcard.com. Send your photos as real. Oh, Franchik. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. You're awesome. Thanks so much for being here on the stream. Appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. Send your photos as real postcards worldwide. So you can browse designs, send a card. Interesting. Starting at $249, free international shipping. It's not bad. Interesting idea. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple ways to go about this. Okay, so starting at 33 cents. Interesting. All right. And you can browse the different designs as well. Use photos. Interesting. All right. So these are the 3 different options for what we could be building out. Okay. So we have number 1, building some kind of tool, app, or some kind of service for age tech and for seniors, post-pandemic pet care, or postcards for millennials. So that's 1, 2, or 3. Let me know in the chat which one you would prefer that we do today. And what we're going to do is let's talk about the rules of what we're going to try to do. We're going to pick an idea out of the 3, and we're going to break down the 3 things. Number 1, the tech you will need. We're going to talk about how you validate your idea, seeing if people will pay for that idea. We're going to talk about how you would do that. And then we're going to talk about the strategy, how to tell people about it. So expanding your reach. So we've got 3, like the old people one. So what we got? We need a tiebreaker. Need a tiebreaker. We need someone to talk about this. I might be able to do both, but let's I'll pick one major one and then we'll go to the other one. Let's see. Oh man, I think we're gonna be dead even on this one. If we're watching a replay, let me know on replay too. Okay, let's see. We need a tiebreaker. I'm gonna see time wise. I might be able to knock out both, but I should only pick one. I mean, that's the whole purpose. I should only pick one. Okay, let's see about this. All right, this is a special one. From now on, we're not going to pick multiple ones, but I think we have enough time. All right. I'm going to start with, how are you going to, Erica? Okay, and then you throw me off with number 2 as well. Erica, now you're picking multiple ones. Come on now. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's why we need a guest starring host to break a tiebreaker. Okay. I'm just going to go down the list, but this is the last time. This is a lot because we really need to focus on one, but they're all pretty good. Okay, let's take a look. Let me put a timer on this because I think that was the old people one. No, the old people one is number 1. Number 1. Okay. Junior, thanks so much for being here live, checking us out. Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for being here live. All right, so let's start with idea 1. We'll see how far we can get. I'll put a timer and see how far we can get on this bad boy. Okay. Idea 1, age tech and seniors. So how would we create some kind of tech or something for the senior population to start this as a side hustle? Let's put this on a timer real quick. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Number 1, we're looking at something where I would first look at what they need help with. If I'm seeing an alert in bracelets or monitoring, I can do it a couple different ways. Okay, so if I'm trying to go for the age tech and seniors, this is what I'm going to do. Let me bring this down here. If I'm going to go with that, I'm probably going to use voice apps or voice experiences for them to check in. Because a lot of times older ones have trouble navigating new tech or they need a lot of prompting and things like that. I'll take the mystery out of that, and what I'll do is I would have an experience using True Reply or something like that, where when I'm using True Reply, I'm already going to be able to create experiences to check on the person. Like, are they eating regularly? What am I tracking? But I can have a full voice experience using Amazon Alexa or Google Assist. So, or I could even have it with them calling in. But I think having it with Amazon Alexa or with Google Assistant, if I have one of the devices around the house, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better. Okay. So I'm going to go with, I would do something with True Reply. I'm going to write this down. Create a voice experience. Let me just dismiss this. Let me add just an inline list or something. Okay, so if I'm doing something with a voice experience, what I need to first have is the script for what I want the app to say. For example, it's not good enough to just say, well, I think I want it an app to check on my aging parents or something like that. You need to first have target. You need to first understand main feature. So what are you going to ask them? Say, for instance, have you eaten? Have you had lunch? Have you had a meal today? Or, have you had a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all those things. So first of all, if I'm doing this script like that, I would want to make sure I understand what's going on and what I want to capture for my app for seniors. I would break that down first, have the script. The next thing is going into True Reply and then putting it in. I sound like I'm dying. Just my allergies, guys. So that's number one. If I was doing something with seniors, I'd probably use True Reply. If I am trying to create an app like this, let's take a look at Glide Apps. Take a look at Glide Apps, which uses Google Sheets. Let's take a look. Templates. Oh, they have health and wellness monitoring. I should just gone back there. Okay, so I go to templates here. Track wellness and activity. Meal, quarantine workouts, cleaning checklist, local foods, blood pressure and pulse tracking. Okay, peace prompts, COVID blue, virtual fitness app, personal migraine diary. Okay, so we have something here. I could probably do something with like blood pressure and pulse tracking, maybe. And what I love about Glide, if you haven't tried it out, again, it's free. So you can start for free. Let's see, let's preview this. Tracking blood pressure, graphs. So it has a graph. It does blood pressure log, heart rate. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so they have oh wow, they have graphs and everything right here. Enter new reading. So you could have them automatically start, entering if you need them to check their blood pressure or something like that. And then also too, you can see my log, and then you can have a login at the same as your parent or whoever you're watching if you're also having patients. And you could look at their login as well. Phantom Critic, thanks so much for being here. So let me know what you think about this. Would you want us to build out? I sound terrible. I mean, I sound terrible a lot of times, but should we go with building it? I think I want to build it in Glide. What do you think about this? I think we should build it in Glide. Yes, no? Let me know. I think we can build this thing in Glide real quick. Let's see. I think we can do something like that. All right, let's do it. Let's try it out. All right, so we're gonna do age seniors. We're gonna change. We're gonna do app. Well, I'll leave it there, but I'm gonna say alternative is using Glide. Move that. Okay, so we have that. Let's look at the timer. All right, so we're at 5 minutes now thinking about it. Let's see how fast we can build this thing. Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to go to glideapps.com. I'm going to sign in. Now remember, we start at 5:45, so I remember the exact time. All right, so I already signed in. And let me put this. Man, Photo Critic? Hold on a second. Photo Critic? What was it? Super Chat? Thank you so much for the donation. Really do appreciate hanging around, checking out all of our videos and everything. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. And if you want to try out Glide apps, I'm going to put in the comment section down below too. So you can try it out. You can start for free. Okay, let's take a look. Apps. I already have this up. Let's take a look here and let's copy this template. Copy it for free. And what I like about Glide, there's tons of free templates out here. Okay, so now it's saying blood pressure and pulse tracking. Owner, I'm going to put it to my account, Doc Williams. Okay, so it's copying over. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Okay, it already made that account. Look at that. So what's the time? Within 2 minutes, it already allowed me to copy over my type of app that I was going to do for blood pressure. So let's talk about, we can change some things up here. So automatically, it's already bringing in data and all those things. What if I want to change the colors? I can go to settings over here. Let's change it to, I think like blue. I think blue feels a little bit better to me. Look, and it changes the background too of our app. I think it's that. And I'm going to go, I wonder if dark mode looks better. Dark mode's not bad. All right, we'll do dark mode. And also too, I can match device's theme and it changes to light mode and dark mode. Okay, so I'm using this info name. I'm going to say senior health tracking. Spell senior wrong. Okay. So I can have that. Privacy. I'm gonna make this public sign in. Yeah, that's fine. Right here, sign in right here. So it's gonna say welcome. Please enter your email. Yeah, so I'm gonna say welcome to senior health tracking. No, that's a good point. Maybe I shouldn't do dark mode for seniors. Or are you saying dark mode, I should do that for seniors? Let me know. I'm just going to say welcome. I think because it's too long, I think that looks better, a lot simpler. Okay, so we have that right here. Already done sign in screen here. Let's look at the theme. I like the white better. Okay, that's done. Okay, the data. Now, what I want to say is the display is right here. So they can enter a new reading. And then it goes here. Let's change out the button. Form button. Let's just say, please enter new reading. Please enter new reading. No dark mode for seniors. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's have trouble seeing it. Let's go back to appearance. There we go. That does make it a little bit easier, I think. Okay, so we have that. That's all done right here. And on the tabs we have, on the left-hand side, we see like my log, reports, language. I can clean data right there. I can add chat if I want to. On the other side, it's already giving me the readings that are here. And it comes with dummy data. So I can delete it if I want to, or I could just leave it. Okay, it depends. Users, okay, preferred language English. So then I can clean out the data if I want to. If I want to change out the source right here, it's going to take it to a Google Sheet and I can just knock this out. I can just take out the readings and then just change it if I want to. So we have that main, okay, welcome. Okay, so they have an image of the blood pressure right there. So that's something to change. So it says recent right here, so I can change that out. Okay. So if we're looking at the display, if we haven't used this before, with Glide on the left-hand side, this is the data where I'm going to be seeing tables, and it's holding the different types of data that is found in Google Sheets or Glide tables. So just imagine this. All Google Sheets is, it's a database, and it's using the power of this database to now create the backend for my app. That's what it's doing. I can add more tables just by clicking the plus sign. In the middle, I'm seeing the display of the different pages in the app. For example, anything that I'm seeing right here on the tab section on the left-hand side, I can be modifying and changing that thing up right here. The middle part is my display, and you see how that button, I can add things. Then on the right-hand side, I can add details. So I have generals. You see how it's detail view? I can change it to be tiles. I can change it to be list, calendar, whatever. But really, the detail view allows me to have a better view of it right there. And then on the right-hand side, I'm seeing the settings of the basics of how I'm going to be using Glide right there. So I'm looking at display right here. And say, for instance, I just want to try it out, or if I'm trying to market this, I would be super, super clear at the top where it's saying blood pressure tracking is a simple way of logging your blood pressure. I would probably have a message where it's saying, this will make sure that you're feeling healthy all day long. Please take your blood pressure, twice a day or something like that. So you're being super specific of why they're going to use your app in a very specific way. So I can say like, blood pressure makes blood pressure readings. I'm going to say checking your blood pressure readings allows me to see if you're healthy. Allows me to see if you're healthy. Please, let's see. Please fill out this form each day. Something like that, right? Taking your blood pressure reading allows me to see if you're healthy. Okay, cool. So right there, and then I'm having a call to action. Please enter your new reading. I'm right there. So very concise. It's telling them to do one thing. So it's one feature to test. Okay. Then I'm going to say publish app. First, publish your app. Click here. And now it's already given me an app link. And I can send it via phone if I want, or QR code. All right, so let's take a look. And it just made up a URL. So it says infamous cherries, but we can change that. And there you go. It's right here. And again, you can change out different information if you want to. And you're good to go. It already made the app, and it's optimized for someone to use. And remember, this is a PWA. So if you look at it, you see how I just changed it right here. It's optimizing to automatically be a web app. So that's why it's formed like that. Sign in, all of those things, and then done. Let's see, how fast was that? 14 minutes. We did it at 5:45. So it took us about 9 minutes. It took us about 9 minutes after we discussed it and everything like that. Okay, so again, the power of using something like this, you can really start building out your mockups or start testing the market, what they're looking for pretty easily, actually. So let me know in the chat if you've used Glide before, you want to try to use Glide, but I think it could use something very similar. You could use it very easily with this kind of thing. Very easy. Let me screenshot it. Okay. So we have that. The other one is like the voice experience. If I wanted to do that, and that could be in the home, that could be something like that. Let's see. Let me make sure I have it. I wanted to use, yeah, start using Glide. Glide's awesome. There we go. We'll just add that. Okay. So if I'm using that for the idea, age tech and seniors, I would probably just use, yeah, I would use Glide to do it. Now let's talk about a few other things. Validating and seeing if people will pay for the idea. Okay, so this goes into, we're actually dropping a video about this tomorrow. Sabrina's working on the video right now. What we're going to talk about is how to validate your app idea in 3 steps. So in the video you'll see using this template, but I really think it's really beneficial when you're starting to do something like this. Number one, if you're looking at this, who are you helping? That's huge that you have to start marketing towards that. If it's for seniors and you're going out to try to market to them, where are seniors hanging out? Are they at certain adult like centers where they're going to be playing games throughout the day? Are they living alone? Are they at assisted living? What kind of older adult are you talking to? Are they active? Are they still working? Figuring that out is really going to help you to decide who you're trying to help. And especially because there's a wide range of activities for that age group, you're going to really have to dive in and see how they're going to be, what kind of help they need and all those things. The next thing that I would look at if I'm thinking about this next thing, what does success look like? There's so many metrics that you can track, especially with older ones. Is it going to be blood pressure and pulse? Are you tracking that they're eating healthy? Are you tracking that they're safe in the home? There's so many things you can be doing, and that would be something to consider. Also, too, if you're worried about safety in the home, it depends if you could even it's having a couple different things with it. You could be doing a security system with what is that, Waze? You could be doing a security system with them, and then you could also be having an app. So you could be doing bundles if I'm trying to sell this. Yeah, Waze plus 1 month of Camera Plus or Cam Plus, $35. Hmm. So right there, 1 year, $595. Oh, they're so smart. They're so smart. Oh my goodness. Taking people's money like that. So right here, you could also have like bundle in if you're offering security, plus you're giving them the app. There's so many different things. Don't just think that it has to be software. You can also, if you're selling things, you can also bundle this for their home as well, if it's safety. So really think about, what are you going to do to solve their problem? What does success look like? And are you also talking to the senior? Are you talking to their kids? What are you doing to really make sure that you're giving them the right kind of experience that they want? Yeah, I mean, I would probably look how cheap, $35 plus security for. So if I roll this into another $45 per year, then I upcharge them like $50 because of shipping or something. But then I offer an app too. I could be doing a subscription app or a one-time fee for the app too. Easy, easy, easy. So I would probably do something with a combination of hardware and software for this one. I probably would. Okay. Let me go back to that. So what does success look like? I would look at that workflow to validate your app. Now, we've done this before, but again, the video is coming out tomorrow talking about how to turn your idea into reality. If you want in the chat, if you want me to go over this, let me know. But the video is dropping tomorrow, breaking down how anyone can start making money or validate their idea in 1 hour, like hands down. We do this with all of our students. We do this with all of our clients. Like I love this progression. So if you want me to go through it, let me know in the chat. But tomorrow the video is dropping how to do this, how to validate your app in 3 steps. So the same thing I would do there is I would start checking with seniors or ones that I know or different organizations what they're struggling with, and then letting them know that you're launching a pilot program and see if they're going to buy it. And I mean, you can always use mock-ups and say, well, the pilot program is going to include a camera or surveillance for loved ones to track or something like that. There's nothing wrong with this one because then you just bundle it and you just pay for it and add it to your price too. Just something to consider. Something to consider. Okay, so we have that. We have that. Let me know in the chat if this makes sense. Let me know in the chat if this makes sense. I'm gonna give a quick break. Just music as I'm hearing it from the chat, so I can get a drink of water, so I won't die. Actually, it's coconut water. It's coconut water. Forgot. Okay, so now that we have that, that's how I would probably create that product. That's what I would probably do. Erica, I got time. I can do one more idea. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat if this makes sense as building out of doing something with age tech and seniors, that progression of first identifying what you need to track to make it successful for their app or whatever you're trying to do, checking out where they are, assisted living, are they working, what's going on there, and then pitching it and going from there. Let me know in the chat. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to the next idea in a second. See here. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay. Let's look at this next section. We're going to talk about post. We're going to look at post-pandemic pet care real quick. Okay, so how would we do this? Post-pandemic pet care. Oh, you want to do the postcards too. So let's talk about this real quick. So people looking at home pet services are on the rise, dog boarding and walking. This is what I would do right here. If I'm trying to do something like Rover, I would just make it a local marketplace. I'd make a local marketplace using software, and then I would see if I have traction. That's the main thing I would do. I wouldn't put too much energy in it because I if you already have a route, or I see this really localized. If you are already friends with your neighbors, you already take care of dogs or something like that, I would make my own marketplace and then have it on my own terms. So then I'm not getting 20% cut off of Rover. So I would use something like this, software.io. I'd create a marketplace where people can request my service, and then I would just go from there. Yeah, I would go from there. Definitely, definitely. No, hands down. Hands down. Okay. All right. Now, the in the chat we're seeing that number 3 was a big one. Okay, postcards for millennials. Okay, what would I do? So we just saw mypostcard.com send your photos as real photos worldwide. I could see this being done 2 different ways. Number 1, I wouldn't do this where you're actually holding all the inventory. I would do print on demand. So I would probably do something where it's printful. No. I'd probably use Vistaprint. I'd probably use something like Vistaprint, but I would probably do something very niche where it would be either a surprise and it would be spontaneous. So it's almost like a gift to yourself, or I would probably have it for very specific special events. If it's for a bachelorette party, if it's for an anniversary, something like that, then I would be highly specific. I would be the one that they would come to for the special occasion, and then I would have a series of postcards that would already be sending out to people. So let's see about this. Move this stuff out. Just moving my tabs. Okay. Okay. I would use Vistaprint. The reason I would do Vistaprint, this one, I would be to get started. I would really. Oh, Erica's saying zoo printing is better. Why is zoo printing better? Is it cheaper or is it better quality? Zoo printing. Tell me more about this. Are you getting an affiliate deal with this? What's going on here? Oh, there's a lot of people watching on Facebook too. This is interesting. Well, thank you so much. Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So zoo printing. Is it cheaper, Erica? Interesting. Better quality? Let me know in the chat. So Erica's proposing zoo printing. I want to hear more about this. But I would use something where I would not have to buy in bulk right away. I could also have time for them to print it and then send it to me or send it to the client. The other thing is, too, I think the advantage of if you do something with a special occasion, it can be less spontaneous where you have to do a rush delivery. Could give them like a 90-day notice or something like that, saying like, hey, I'll do this, but I need this kind of allotment. Or are you planning to, if someone's getting married, they're engaged, and then it might be a year or plus away. You already know your date, so you can have everything set and they can set it and forget it. So I would probably really move around special occasions and have a really specific niche. Bachelorette, bachelors, doing something like that. $35 for 1,000 for drop shipping. That's not bad at all. Okay, I might look at zoo printing. Hopefully you got an affiliate code or something that you're talking about them that much. Okay, so if I'm doing that, $35 for 1,000, that's not bad at all. What is it, 1,000 business cards or is it flyers? What are we talking? Let me take a look at this. All right, now I'm intrigued. Services. Okay, I need to do some research on this one. Okay, so you're saying 35 for 1,000. What's the price of Vistaprint? They always get me on those those upsells at checkout. That's how they get you. Oh, 4x6 cards. 1,000 for 35? Okay. I think you might have me. Okay, so if I'm gonna go with something like this, again, okay, so $35. You could have this as like a subscription for $99. Could be a little bit higher depending on the type of occasion and the kind of package that you have with it. But again, I think this is very, very smart that you could have around the event. Now, if you're looking for like um, inspiration of ones that do really good where they're packaging and having something around a special occasion, go back and look at things like Loot Crate and others. They're very specific around a certain brand of more comic book fans and things like that. And now they have so many other ones based on Marvel and things like that. But if you're looking at it, you're browsing a crate and you're getting things in the mail monthly from $24, $49, $34. So there's so many now. But before it used to be just one crate. Now that they have a whole line. But when you have that, what it's doing is you're already having a curated experience, and people love getting mail. They love getting gifts. So if you're doing something with postcards or something that's memorable, number one, your overhead's even less because it's not as much stuff. Like Erica was saying, you $35 for 1,000 postcards, man. So there's something about that. Yeah, Loot Crate's great for events. So I would do something like that. The main thing is I would really focus if you're in the so for example, if I'm in the wedding industry and I'm already being booked the for the day of the wedding and the engagement, I could probably upsell them into doing something with postcards where they're getting one type of postcard or one memory, for the next 12 months or something like that. Now, that could even be cheaper, especially if you're going to be printing them individually from the home or something like that. And you could have a poem on the back. You could have all these different things, make it super, super sentimental. You charge them like $25 a month. your overhead is less than like $2 plus postage probably because it's a postcard and everything like that. Plus you're printing it from somewhere. And then you could send it to the special couple throughout the entire process. There's something to consider there. Erica, what do you think? If because you do weddings, you do photography. Let me know if you added that on. Do you think different the couple would do it? Let me know. Let's see. And again, the reason we're discussing this is we're looking at mypostcard.com and seeing the increase of millennials wanting physical mail. I think we could definitely do something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me know. Okay. So let's go into the next one. Let's see. We're going here. Okay. Okay. Also, too, this is what we're thinking about doing. We might have a guest coming up as well. Let me know what you think. We're gonna look at having the action over ideas. Do you like having the guest star? Now, before we had Edmund on here, we're trying to schedule or do pros and cons of having a guest every single time. But if is that scalable? Let me know too. We're gonna have another guest and try it out live again. But let me know, do you like the dynamics of having someone else and they're talking about it or me going through it? I think having the dynamic of another person really allows it to come to life, but we're seeing if it makes a huge difference from the audience as well. So please, please, please let me know in the coming days and weeks. We're going to try this again, especially with Julia from trends.co and talk about a couple of these trends next week. And so let me know. We're going to be dropping those episodes starting next week sometime, or it's going to be 2 weeks. So let me know what you're thinking about. We're going to try out a couple different things and go from there. Again, this is our pilot program. We're trying out a couple different formats. Tomorrow, you're going to see another video validating your idea with your app. So that's going to be dropping. Please, please, please let me know. And by the way, nice to meet people you know. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. We're still trying out a couple different things. But we like the guests. The thing is, we're trying to think of a consistent format that would work, and maybe just having guest stars throughout. Maybe I don't know. We're still working on some things. So if you have any thoughts on it, make sure that you let us know. By the way, Erica, can you drop the Discord link in the chat? That's going to allow you, if you want to talk to us, if you want to know different things or talk to other ones in the community, you can definitely be in the Discord, everything like that. But yeah. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna try out the new format, and we'll be back soon. Again, we want to say thank you so much for everyone for the support. We're coming out with a lot of new content in the next couple of days and a couple of weeks. We'll have some announcements hopefully by the end of August. There's some really interesting things that we're trying to plan. And again, this is all about you getting inspiration, validating your idea, or launching. So let me know in the comment section down below what you're working on, what you need help with, because we're going to be releasing all new videos very, very soon. So again, thank you so much for you being here with us this morning. You're awesome, or wherever you're watching, whatever time you're watching this in the world. Mhm. No problem. No problem. Let me hopefully you're not driving. Um let me drop it in the chat right now. Let me put this right here. Let me put links in the chat right now. That way you can jump into Discord. If you have any questions with what we're doing, or if you have suggestions for us, let us know. Putting it right now in the Discord. Excellent. That right here. All right. And again, if you have any questions for me, let me know. I would love to hear it. If you're struggling with anything with your business idea, let me know. Join the Discord and we'll go from there. Again, thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you soon. Remember, we're dropping a new video tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon.